Hi, welcome to my training video titled Correctional Officers Not Hiring You at This Time. My name is Carl Torsbins, former deputy warden and short story author. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. When you look at this video, it was put together by Discover Corrections, a website that you need to visit for job opportunities in the corrections field. And I'm borrowing it because I think it has some valuable information in the sense of what you need to do to prepare yourself to become a correctional officer. There are remedies for every problem that we may face, and it's up to you to demonstrate that you have the power to turn it around. And if you've been passed over for a job or a suspicion you may have due to any of these reasons that I'm going to list in this video, it's time for you to do some reflection and see how you can overcome this concern at the time. If you are interested in more information concerning hiring and corrections, don't forget to visit discovercorrections.com, and they have a blog that also gives you very good advice on how to find the right job for you. Be a pal, share this blog, among others. Do you have visible tattoos or body piercing? The expectation regarding body art have changed in recent years, but particularly with those in law enforcement and criminal juvenile justice. Visible tattoos and body piercings present a predicament. It could be good or bad, or it could be non-concerning. It doesn't matter. You don't want to trigger the thought pattern that is associated with the tattoos in particular, because it can shed light on your individual personal views or provide personal information. Given the integral role in gang and prison culture, tattoos can also be misinterpreted to indicate an affiliation or interest with a particular group, which could become a security issue down the road. You indicate an extreme bias against correctional clients, better known as prisoners or inmates. When you're applying for a job, you may be asked to submit an essay, take a test, psychological profile assessment. Although employers want job applicants who care about upholding the law and facilitating justice, they may grow concerned if an applicant feels that they need to take justice into their own hands and lean toward vigilantism. You possess extreme religious and political views, pretty much self-explanatory. You may reveal your leanings in the things that you write in your cover letter or say during an interview. Again, you will interact with a great number of individuals who have possessed varying views regarding religion and politics, so it's vital to learn how to show respect and tolerance to everyone. You do not know how to drive, a rarity, but it does happen, and you do not or you cannot possess a valid driver's license. Remember that when you take the job as a correctional officer, there may be job assignments that may relate to a mandatory requirement that you must possess a valid driver's license. You may take public transportation or walk to work, but when it comes to actually working on the job, there are many positions that require a license to do so, whether it's transportation, perimeter patrol, or other emergency non-foreseen things. You need to make sure you can get a driver's license before you consider applying for a correctional officer. A driver's license is a primary source of identification for most individuals, and as far as job duties are concerned, the visits that require probation officers and parole officers to make in state or public official cars requires a valid driver's license, as well as the transporting of inmates to medical sites. You do not have to have 20/20 vision, but you need to have it corrected for 20/20 vision. You're required to complete firearm and pass a live fire test at a weapons firing range, so satisfactory eyesight is essential. Again, it also coincides with the need to have a valid driver's license. You're not in good shape or emotional shape. Remember that while they work out and you don't, you give them the upper hand. Correctional employees may require you to pass a physical agility exam and or a medical exam. If the position requires you to be post-certified, which is similar to the police officer certification, you may be tested for physical fitness and retested later during your employment. If you're a smoker or addicted to nicotine products, This could be a problem in some of these non-smoke facilities that are now spreading throughout the country. This plays into staying in good physical shape, as well as some employers gotten very specific about not accepting smokers, not just for your health, but also because their health insurance providers require that the premium is paid on a non-smoking type of arrangement. Having smokers as part of a healthcare insurance pool can significantly raise insurance premiums for all costs and covered participants. Secondhand smoke at the workplace can cause for concern, and due to the adverse effects, some employers have turned to hiring non-smokers only. You should be prepared for that. You have a low credit score. This is becoming a more frequent requirement for employment. Employers may run a credit report as part of your background check. A high score indicates a greater sense of responsibility and reliability, and a low score indicates the obvious. It's also assumed that someone whose finances are under control will be less likely to commit financial crimes or take potential bribes. So get your credit score up where it should be. You have not paid your child support. As mentioned, employers feel your financial history can be a significant factor in providing a glimpse of what type of employee you will be. If you've not taken care of your financial obligations, including child support, they may get concerned about that and not hire you. Additionally, if you're in financial distress, the concern is that you may be more susceptible to bribes or may be prone to other financial indiscretions. Since child support is supported by a judge order and carries the risk of jail time, a potential employer may question your own desire to uphold the law. You have a questionable online presence. This is becoming another frequent factor. When employers are checking to see if you're worth hiring, they may not just look at your resume. They may look at your background check and then additionally do an online search to see what they can learn about you. Some correctional law enforcement officers are subject to scrutiny by agencies that ask what social networks or websites they are active on and require you to provide links to such accounts. Negative information found online can be detrimental to you as a candidate. Social media can also reveal your religious or potential tendencies, so take care of keeping these tendencies private. Sometimes being passed up for jobs not due to lack of experience, a weak resume, or poor interview skills. There may be other factors that we mentioned in this video that are holding you back, maybe things you never considered. Start thinking outside the box and start looking at the remedies to counter some of these problems or identification red flags that we've brought to you. We're going to give you some bad news, but thankfully, we're not going to leave you without a clue how to fix them. Now you have an idea what you need to do. Work on the remedies before you apply again. As always, thank you for watching my video and be safe.